ላግዝሽ የኔ ቆንጆ። ወይኔ ይቅርታ በእናት አላድን በእናታችሁ አድን ኦኬ እኮ አይደለም በእናት ነብሴ በእናት
to bring basic cost of housing, the construction, the land, the infrastructure.
Essentially I think there are 4 parts to any project. One is the land price, of course.
The land price.
Land price. Then you have the infrastructure that goes into a project.
Land is owned privately in India.
Development land. That is the thing that I'll come to that.
Okay.
What really determines land pricing? Yeah.
Okay.
So you have land price, you have infrastructure, you have actual development.
Okay.
And then you have the lifetime cost of the project, which means that if it's a house that is really cheap to construct, you should not have to spend too much on its maintenance.
Okay.
So I look at that as a large part of any project, lifetime cost, which is a very big thing in sustainability as well. So in India at least we are doing, people are doing a lot of work on vernacular, looking at local methods of construction, because we have many different areas with different types of construction technologies and processes. So a lot of people are working on finding out local methods to do mass housing, local housing, and I think that could be applied here as well.
Okay.
And this also gives an opportunity.
Materials like what?
Materials like stone, earth, if need be bamboo.
Okay.
And then compressed earth blocks, then fly ash bricks nowadays are coming a big way. So vernacular architecture, learning from what has been done there for 2, 3, 4,000 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can probably learn from what is being done for 20,000 years.
Yes.
You're where we all began.
Yes.
So there's local architecture. Then for low cost, of course, once you can embrace local architecture properly, it automatically becomes low cost because transportation comes down for all materials. For low cost, of course, once you can embrace local architecture properly, it automatically becomes low cost because transportation comes down for all materials. So that is there. That is
local materials. If you're using local materials.
Yes.
But how can we use local materials in a modern society? Now, when I see Indian cities, they look like European or Arabian cities.
That's very kind of you.
And the other issue that I want to discuss with you is keeping cities clean and green. That is the problems that we are facing continuously, and we don't have our cities clean and green. You have seen Addis, you have seen the burning sun. Maybe you have stayed only one day, just the temperature is not that high, but there are days when temperatures are very high, and the air is dusty and smoky, and we don't have good, comfortable living area. Do you have a good example in India or elsewhere you have been?
I don't have an example of a city where I could give you that example, but I think the problem of making a city clean and green is essentially culture and planning.
Okay.
We as a people need to be clean. Only then our cities will be clean. If I'm walking on the street in my city, I'll maybe not think about throwing a wrapper on the ground. But if I'm in a clean city, like maybe if I'm in Europe or in the US, I will look for a dustbin.
Yes.
That is because that's how the people are.
The culture itself.
Exactly. Exactly. So we have to do it, and this is in a slightly smaller scale. I've seen it happen in Delhi. Delhi is a pretty clean city, I must say.
Okay.
But when they made the Delhi metro, which is a world-class metro, and when they opened it for people to use, millions of people use the metro, and the same millions of people live in the city above it as well.
Okay.
But because it was clean and they were proud of it, they have kept it clean. Nobody,
different,
exactly,
different than
exactly.
What's
it
outside.
Is absolutely clean. Nobody throws anything on the ground. No spitting, no none of the things that we do without thinking in our cities. That is just that when you enter, you are proud of that. So the minute we become proud of our cities, we will probably stop doing that.
But people who are living in filthy cities or unclean cities are not proud of their cities. You are getting into the vicious circle. To keep our cities clean, we have to be proud of them. But to be proud of them, we have to find them clean.
Yeah, this is well, I didn't find the solution obviously, which is probably why nobody else has found a solution as well.
Okay.
But somebody has to make a beginning, because as an architect,
maybe the rules and enforcement.
Yes, starting with the rules, yes. Enforcement of rules can help, but as long as the people enforcing the rules actually enforce them, rather than just pay lip service to them. That is important. And in our countries, rules are made to be broken, apparently. And especially these small. I mean, there is
rules are made
to be broken. You have rules for seat belts, for helmets, for littering, for spitting. Of course, we've had that. But there are very few cities
broken. We have the
things like helmets and seat belts are very basic, common sense rules. You know, if you don't wear a seat belt or a helmet, you will die. So people have embraced them now slowly, and seat belts and helmets are pretty common now. But things like littering is not something that is really enforced or probably enforceable. There's just so many of us around, such a huge population in our cities. How much can those poor people enforce?
What is the population maybe in your city?
The Pune city itself, I think, is over 5, and the
5 million.
And the region is around 7 million or so.
It's 12 million people.
No, 7, total 7.
Totally
5
7.
plus around 2.
What about Mumbai?
Mumbai is, I think, about 15 million now.
15 million.
15 million.
Okay, very.
Calcutta is 18. Delhi is about 15 as well, I think.
The other problem is our problem. That maybe the experience that we can share is about city traffic.
Right.
That is the traffic congestion in cities. We are building roads continuously. If you have seen, everywhere there are the roads are under construction.
Of course. Yeah.
In spite of that, the construction, the exploding construction, road construction, the congestion on the roads is ever increasing. And
that I think
what
is.
Do you think?
I think that is because Ethiopia as a country is progressing.
Yes.
And I believe it is the fastest growing economy in Africa.
Yes.
And it shows.
Now it's
and it
like
shows.
Yes.
So more people have money to buy cars.
Yes.
And they will buy cars.
Yes.
And you should be thankful probably that they are actually going ahead and building the flyovers that are needed, because the sort of booms that our countries have seen in the past few years are not something that an economic model can foresee to that extent. And we cannot, if you have 4 cars on the road, you don't say let's make an 8-lane highway.
Yes.
Because our countries are not that rich.
Yes.
We cannot make a highway without there being justifiable cause for that.
Yes.
So as a result, what happens is most of our construction ends up being highways and road infrastructure work seems to be more of a knee-jerk reaction to absolute chaos.
Yes.
But I look at it positively that at least they are doing it, and these are all expensive projects.
Yes, very expensive
so
ones.
The government is making the effort. Even in India, we are doing a lot of construction, and we have to live with the construction sites and the project, the traffic delays because of that.
Yes.
But I think at the end of it, it's worth it.
Yes.
But
maybe management is also another aspect of using your roads properly.
I think management is a very polite way to put it.
Okay.